Could
No,
be,
he's on
could be
C.
heaven. Could be heaven. Okay.
He's planting on C. Oh, I was
Good.
waiting for my team to lose that, and I was gonna actually laugh. Ah, she doesn't deserve it. Where's our sage? Where's the sage? Darn it. Okay, so I can probably do the same play because I didn't go there that round. They might go there this round.
You could do that, or you can go mid. Go to the right though. I'm gonna show you a
Over
corner.
here?
Yeah, this corner is quite good.
Sometimes I'll opt like right here.
Yeah, I would play close with the Spectre though.
It's better on chamber, but the
You can. I would go up top actually. Just go up top because main thing is
I
the
Spectre.
Yeah.
You want me to go up there?
No, no, no. I'm on top of the box, but you can play right here. It's fine. It's fine.
The only one's annoying about this is garage.
Yeah, your sage hopefully walls it or something. So here you need to reposition because your garage is open. You could just go
It looks like A
rotate.
though.
You guys could fake, but I feel like they're gonna kill Joy ult short.
I mean, they're too stupid to be able to do anything too intelligent. Don't go through the smoke. Wait for it.
Follow the drone. Follow the
Bro,
drone.
this Reyna is a lunatic.
Follow the drone. Follow the drone.
We're okay.
It's a bit late now. Smokes. Most likely long. Could come short late.
Interesting round to say the least.
You understand what you
have
could
a-
have done better there?
No, actually, the peeking out of CT was awkward.
Yeah. So, you know, I said go out with the drone.
Yeah,
that was just when Killjoy went down. So you have like over 10 seconds to peek, and you have dash. So like where you could go, you could actually make it to the corner and like long. I think if that was open, and even if you walk out with drone, you can just kill two. And even if you get detained, it's fine because your teammates will come in after the Killjoy ult's over. But
Yeah, I honestly didn't see the drone at first.
yeah,
I was kind of like
okay.
I was like almost like locked in. Also,
That
their leaderboard
that is something,
is
though.
literally 1 kill off of ours.
maybe a cross. So you have smoke.
It's
I would
garage.
I would
You're not
insta-
European.
I would instant throw a smoke there, but not now.
Wait. There's multiple here.
That's right. Yeah, that's actually. There's nothing
My
you did
heart
wrong.
rate.
There's nothing you did wrong there, honestly. Except
I
not
didn't
smoke,
know
really.
it was if I was just half a second quicker, I think I would have gotten the killjoy or the Sopa.
I would have.
What did I just
don't know.
watch?
That was pretty much unlucky. You did good, in my opinion.
Now on a good game, that would be like literally an average round for me. Like in my previous Omen game, like I would get 2 kills every round and try to get out, but then sometimes I would die, sometimes I would get out.
Yeah, that's just unlucky.
And we
Like she
still
peeked
ended
as
up.
soon as you killed the killjoy, so it's hard for you to react. Pop knives.
I
buy
mean, 2 to
sheriff.
1 is not
Pop
bad.
knives. Stop buying guns when you have knives. Especially how close this game is. It's important to sit. Buy your teammate actually.
Here, request somebody.
Pop
No, I have
knives.
the stage,
Go mid. Go mid. Yeah. Go mid. Peek from
I
B
got mid.
and walk down with knives. Do the same play. You walk out
Actually,
and then
Sage, can you watch my window? Watch window, please.
you
I love
watch it too, and then you. Yeah, it's fine. Dash up draft. Good try.
I literally tried to dash out.
Good try. Getting the 1 kill there is good. You can even back up. But personally, I probably would have dashed or.
Honestly, I was thinking I would have dashed out because I didn't want to be greedy, but like.
Another play is to use updraft there for kills. If you ever have
Yeah.
knives and you don't know what to do, you can probably just
Those
updraft.
knives are so nerfed with updraft now, though. Like the time to pull them out.
Really?
Yeah, it takes like 2 seconds to get them out now.
Not if you have them already out. We can look at it in the
Yeah.
custom.
Sure.
Yeah, you should already have popped. I mean, like if you have them popped, you updraft with them out. Ooh, okay. Right side long. So now I would go A personally. I'll show you another corner if you want. So they'd like to go long. So I would play the corner to the left of long. And just have some trigger discipline.
I was thinking I might op on long, or op it.
You can op. Do you feel like you're gonna some frags with it? That's another reason to not use knives, or to not buy a gun when you're using knives.
Yeah, safer op. Also, right now, like,
So-
a little bit, like, my brain is not functioning.
Yeah, mine's been struggling today too. Boss
I
just
know.
got into a reading game.
Well, I'm sick and I've been on for like 5 hours now, because I worked with Oleg for 3 hours. But yeah, my head is hurt a little bit.
Just go for the kill and don't get too greedy. What did you and Oleg do for work?
The stuff I read off to you at the start.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I can go more in depth in a second, actually. Okay, they're probably not.
You could just stay there. Stay there. Okay.
Well, they're in garage though. Like
Yeah.
their range is cleared into garage.
Yeah, that's fair. They want to come A now though. They can.
So what?
You're definitely indecisive.
I thought you were telling me to go out here.
I was, but even if you didn't want to, I would have just picked one or the other. They're both mid.
They don't know I have an op yet, so can you shoot mine, please, right now? Please.
Pull your classic out, yeah. Was that flash A or kind of just not
Yeah.
here?
Silver drone A, RP.
I think it's all you. Could be A link. This is a tough position for you.
I'm just gonna go play with Oso, but we play for retake. I'm gonna
That's
play
good.
with you, we play for retake if not. I bet he's actually on A.
Probably.
Wait, he's in garage.
What?
The
Bing
freak?
bong 918. That name says it
Bro,
all.
I'm pretty sure that guy was actually
Can op A.
in garage.
Surely they come to you.
Bro, I literally popped around the corner and just saw that sofa. I was like, oh, what?
From B? Whenever you peeked from B?
No. You didn't see what he was doing post round. Never mind.
Alright, you get a call out here. Close the game out.
Yeah, true. And real.
Jump
Do I
peek,
repeat
jump
that?
peek, jump peek.
Wait, he's gonna swing out aggressively. He thinks I'm blind.
Jump peek, jump peek. I mean, like, jump out with your up. It's fine, you can just hold it. Sova's here somewhere. Toward their spawn, maybe.
Shucks.
Don't be scared. You have the most broken gun in the game.
The elo stick.
He's gonna be close to you. Okay. Not sure where Omen is. Now we know. Nice. Go walk up and hold long C.
Where is he?
He was long C. Could fake, but
I think he went through with it, right?
who knows?
I guess.
Wait for your Omen. Tell your Omen you're waiting for him.
Oh, but I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, keep walking up. He'll probably expect you, but you got it. You have smoke still. Probably
true.
short. It's gonna come out of the
No, behind us.
GG. Nice.
Okay, so overall, that's like a little bit
average
less
game?
than an average game for me.
Okay.
Actually, that's potentially on the side of a bad game for me.
Okay. And you like going even's good in my opinion. And I mean maybe not in this rank, but in the higher ranks it's good.
Was I even or was I thought I was more than even?
You were. I'm just saying as a like a general guideline.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and open up.
But yeah, that's actually like pretty. That's not like the hardest game.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up a custom and show some stuff. So I wrote down a lot of things, and most of them are quite minor. One of them is quite big. Some of them are quite
most
big,
of the
but
stuff Oleg has talked to me about, he's like, it's pretty minor stuff. But do you mean to read?
they do add up. You don't need to. You can see, but you can't see what overlaps here. I can also send you a picture of all the stuff I wrote down if you want later. So I'll read the minor things I think that are most minor right now. Yeah, so minor is shift walk instead of run. Like whenever you have your, so whenever you're going into garage specifically, this is actually not minor. I thought this was something else, but so the minor part of it is keep your gun out while you're shift walking. The major part of this is like, you know when you ran into garage and you ran instead of shift walked? Your logic was, oh, the turret saw me. But okay, the turret can see you, but that doesn't mean that you should run, because the more as you run, the whole time you run, then enemy is exactly where you are as you run. So it's very like having silence on your side is very important, very valuable. Also, if no one's grabbing a spike, put the spike right here, just for fun. And so minor things, clear close in corners. That's referring to like when I say close and being clear here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is not even because of TP. You always look in this corner, like always, and then you never check here either. This is really common. People love to do this play over here. Again, this is minor, but this is probably something you do on every map without realizing it. Like you're just going like this, you updraft here, and then you just don't respect like this full corner here. Basically, what happens is people, whenever they're defending, they can just shift walk across like this without making noise, and they can be right here. So now in your mind, you should expect this. And all you have to do is just kind of go like this. You did clear it once, but there's like 3 times you didn't. So, yeah, exactly. So that can also screw your team over, like just like the Omen one did right here. Like that. It's quite simple to fix. Yeah, and that was good info. So yeah, but the scenario where you're shift walking, like running into here, like where you're running, there's no reason to run here. It's the same whenever you're going in anywhere. Like whenever you're going into here, into here, into here. After you dash, like also dashing, smoke dashing. This is a little bit. This is like not minor, not major. It's kind of in the middle. It's like you're kind of unsure about dashing. Dashing, you don't know exactly. Yeah, no, that is true. Actually, that is true. Yeah, you didn't.
Smoke dashing on what's the map called?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the biggest thing that you struggle with, I think, is being hesitant. So by that I mean you kind of like wait around for a little bit longer than you need to on attack and defense. So like in this scenario, your Omen's walking out here, and then as he's like right here, then you dash out. At that point, if you have teammates like up here, you don't need to dash. Does that make sense? Because like you already have site control. If there's someone on site, your teammate would be fighting him, or your teammate would be dead. Your teammate would kill him. Yeah, like well, obviously if your teammate's running out here, you want to be either dashing or running out with them. Because like Omen's not even a duelist. You should try to be the first one in almost always. Yeah, like if the Omen's here, like no one's gonna be here unless they're hiding in back of hell, because that's the only angle that you can't see. But also heaven, of course, and maybe like right here. But you don't even need to dash. You can just run out and place your crosshair right here and maybe clear hell. So, but in this scenario where there's no one, right? The proper way to smoke and dash, I think you get it kind of weird. The way I would do it is place my crosshair here, go like this, dash. You see how I dash like farther up here instead of all the way back here? This is because I can get more distance. So like if I dash from here, I only get to like here, or if I dash from like the middle, and get to like here. But if I dash, see, I have cover all the way up until like right here, because like technically like, you spam through this, but you can dash like somewhere around here. And you can dash quite far out from here, and then again you can shift like after you dash. Yeah, always clear that as well. Always clear that. Clear here, and then you clear here, and then also hopefully someone on your team smokes heaven, hopefully, so you don't have to worry about it, because that complicates things a little bit. You can also just throw smoke. Yeah. So that's like just walking up. You can even just run up, but throw smoke as you're running and then dash. Because you see, if you throw the smoke and then I saw you do this once as well. Like you throw the smoke and then dash before the smoke's fully expanded. That'll get you killed some of the time, but only occasionally. So wait for the smoke to fully pop and then go for it. So close corners to clear here, here, up here, here, obviously here and here. Okay, so where to play on defense? The first place he went was over here, and then he died to heaven, which is just kind of unlucky. He got spammed through this wall or something. So you probably want to push here kind of sometimes, but don't do that. If you want to play aggressive, the only time you should push here is if you know for a fact all the enemies are not on it. Like you know for a fact everyone's like towards you, so then you can take extra space, or you're just going for like an ace. Otherwise, the best aggressive play to go for here is playing right here, like this, and then you can place your crosshair here, and this is good because people don't expect you to be right there. But a lot of the time, a lot of people don't expect that, and if they do, you can just get the kill and don't dash like that. That's not the goal. Dash out to the left, and you can also just smoke after you get the kill, because then you're just increasing your chances to win. If you don't want to play aggressive, then this box is my go-to, especially on like Reyna or Jet, because you can dash out, you have smokes. I would always place my crosshair here just because if they drop out, I'm going to hear them jump first, so then I can prepare for it. So you can just listen. And yeah. Also, if you... Yeah, exactly. And also, so dark can do this, but you can smoke that, or you can smoke yourself, or you just come out. This corner right here is really good because people are forced to clear this, and also you can hold long from a good angle. And your only real worry is here, and then drop from heaven. So, yeah. Other than that, playing right here is not bad like at all. This is really good. And also make sure you swing farther away from objects, because it gives you an advantage. If you didn't know that.
Yeah,
it also, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like you can feel that it gives you an advantage the farther back you keep from. I don't really know how to explain it, but if you like try it, you'll feel it. So let's see what else we have. So hesitant, Okay, so I'm gonna talk about when you're on defense, and then you got one, did you? I can't remember. And then you got dinked, and you wanted Sage to heal you, and she was coming up here. So instead of like coming over here and doing this, yeah, instead of doing that, whenever, like, if you're walking over here, it's okay, but as you're walking over here, if you see her continue walking this way, she's literally, like, keeping the distance between you guys is the same, so it's kind of pointless to walk. So I would have probably came up here like this. So at this point, you're just holding D. Yeah, you have low HP, but you're in a spot that it's very hard for them to clear. Sentinel, basically. Yeah. So, and also, so you're right, you might not want to fight just because you're low and you're kind of like one shot almost. But you also don't want to updraft because that's kind of saying like I'm here. Okay, this play's good. If you want to do this alone and no one's holding window, you can just go like this, then place your crosshair like this. Yeah, no, it's a normal play to have someone else hold it for you. So other spots, I would definitely suggest playing here. Jet obviously can go up here and over here. Back there is, I don't usually use that one, but I'm sure you can make it work. Yeah. Also, this is a ramp. You can play up here in the garage. So you like, yeah, there's one like that on the sense too. Also there's a, I noticed that you went, like, you autopilot a little bit. You notice I was trying to tell you where to go, like, at the beginning of each round. That's because I'm basically telling you what I would do as Jet here, like where I would play, where I'd try to go to predict them, and that's a big thing. Yeah, I think you're naturally kind of good at that, so I just wanted to make sure you hit on that just for a second. Yeah, I remember, because we're opting on fracture. Yeah, like, you did come C 3 times in a row where I probably wouldn't have. Your instinct is to go C, like, so if you notice you're going to the same place like twice and they're not there at all. Another thing you can do is called fast flanking, so you just walk down at the start of the round and don't be scared. If you hear them, you can always just run and jump back before they peek. Yeah, you have dash and you have smoke. So that's a play, but normally I would just hop between like everywhere here and short as well over here. So yeah. So like if you're playing C twice, I would probably not come. So the rule that I use is like if I go C twice and then they're going A twice and they're winning or something and they're winning somewhere else. Especially as a duelist, I don't want to keep playing the place that the enemy's not winning at, even though there is a chance, and in some games it's actually possible to predict that they will go somewhere after winning the 2 rounds. But that's a little bit complicated, especially for how these guys were playing. They're kind of not as good, so. So like in that scenario, I would probably leave C. Either that or you can fast flank. But they do have a killjoy, so I probably wouldn't do that very much. I'm just gonna say like there's not like a specific way you need to go. Like usually people on first round here will go A or C. I usually start garage, believe it or not, and my go-to play is to jiggle like this, and then if there's no one there, I pretty much know they're gonna go A or C. So depending on where they are, usually they go A, I feel like, on this map, so I'll come in, I'll flank as fast as I can. I usually get 1 or 2. Could be pretty good, but you don't have to do that, obviously. So yeah, if you start A and you win pistol round, I would go B or C. I would probably fight mid, honestly, because you have a gun advantage. Here, you go up there, up draft. So, yeah, that's a really good play, but do you ever use Frenzy? To me, this seems like a weird angle to hold with a ghost, because like it's kind of just like close range, right? But I mean, if you're getting the kills with it, then. Also, I got a 4K with it yesterday, I'll be honest, but you're definitely right, it's hit or miss. But in closer ranges, it's pretty good. For which one? For what? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, so, but also if you're not buying classic light armor yet, that's really good, especially if you want to dash pistol round, because whenever you have this, you can buy double, smoke, or 1 smoke and a shorty, or 1 smoke and an updraft with armor. And I would probably just suggest keeping it classic. Do a lot of things with. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't buy classic as Rene. You could buy Sheriff, and you could also buy Frenzy in certain scenarios. But again, depends on where you're playing the map. Yes, I mean, Frenzy is just broken. So, So yeah, I'm just gonna ping some spots quick on C. I wanna wrap up in like 10-15 minutes. So I'm gonna ping some spots, and then you can, if you see anything unusual or ask me how to play it, you can tell me. So here, here, here. And these are spots I would play. I would play this one and this one only once, or maybe twice. And then this part here's really good if you're waiting for long, but you have to be careful garage. So if no one on your team is playing garage, probably don't play this. But if you have it locked down and they're coming C, like trying to predict C, this can get you like 3 kills or more. So logs, if you're defending, you take sight and you want to play post plant. A spot that no one really knows about is jumping up here. And so here, you can watch. You should use this spot more. Like if you don't know where to go, come here, because you can watch this, you can watch this, and you can watch this. There's really no way this can go wrong unless they come out both here and here at the same time. You can also like smoke, and the odds of the chances of them thinking that you're on top of this is small. Oops.
Yeah,
so.
okay, and then on, can you go not on the log, but like behind them, or CT
Over here?
No, right, like right there. Yeah, that's what I use that.
When you're playing defense?
Yeah.
Okay, this is good.
It does give us a lot of room, so sometimes I'll go on top of the main box that's on your right, and then I'll drop down there. Not that one, like that one. You know, like up here, up here.
Oh, my bad, yeah.
Yeah, like up here. And then I'll move the other.
Back to here or over here? Oh, okay. So the thing I'll say about this is, this spot is good, but I'm mainly thinking about when I come in from attack, right? Like whenever the spike's down, I'm trying to like anchor the site and hold the site down. The thing about defense is we really, like, do you remember how we talked about when you op? How you want to play really close angles first, like the first place you can see them at, you want to hold that whenever you can, which is the start of the round. So it's the same with rifles or with any gun. You want to prioritize playing close, which is like all these spots first. And also another way you can play this is just hold like this, because you can just out aim them. That's 4 options: here, here, peek, and corner. And this corner can be played. You don't want to sit like this. And you probably know that. You want to hold like this or like this. And so playing back here is like a fallback, and playing back sight or back here is this, like you said, this is not as favorable. Giving him space. If Jet wants to dash, you can easily take control of sight. And then it's like a half and half type fight. Like their team has half the site, your team has half the site. You don't want to let them take this. You want to sit up here when you can. And this is the same on any site on any map. Okay, that's fair. So yeah, this plays fine. I would just consider all the options and experiment with them, see what works best for you. So for garage, here is good. Up there is fine. I wouldn't play back here.
It's always checked by shotgun. Every time I
yeah, so
literally the only round I ever
yeah, okay. I mean, it's just not a good spot. It's because you're isolated off of everything. You can't fall back. You get spammed. You get killed by a shotgun. Like, this spot's good right here, though. Close here and close here. You can also peek like this, like I said, jiggle, and then you can either push and walk up, or just fall back and rotate. So B, I'll ping some spots again here, close here, up here, here. You said you like playing up here. Other than that, you can play backside. But that's good. Yeah, also you can just hold like this. So one thing I noticed that you did, which I found quite odd, you can also do the same thing over here. And hold like this. People will expect that because they're standard angles, but one thing I noticed you doing, I don't know if you thought about this consciously, but like, remember how whenever you went to go get a heal from stage and you started walking back, you held like this. You know what I'm talking about? Your crosshair is placed like this. No, like, instead of holding like this, I would hold like this. Like, I would probably hold like this. Yeah. Yeah, let me explain why. See this shadow? Get up here. That's why you want to hold like this. You want to see if you have a shorty, you can go here, here. You can also walk up like this, like you did, which was perfect. You just got really unlucky.
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Yeah, you might have also flicked off. I don't know. No, yeah, they do, but whenever you clear this, you have to pick one, right? So you can't like you can go like this, but like. No. I don't think so. If they, unless they have like a longer gun, this is a pretty deep corner.
Or no, you can see on that side.
Yeah, probably on this one, yeah. But even with that being said, you probably clear every time. You'd be surprised how often people don't clear it in Immortal, which means who knows what they do here. So also peeking short's good. This is like the first line of defense we're talking about from here. You can op there, you can knives, you can use whatever gun. You peek here. So it seems like you like to go long, but I never saw you go short. You try to go short some of the time. Like try to even out when you go short and long, or at least go short a little bit. Just throw them off.
I out like see if there's somebody pressed in. Garden is something along. I don't know. Lobby area.
Yeah.
See if there's.
Yeah. So that's good. Also, you can cross along here if you've been peeking, or if you just haven't done anything, you want to try this. Remember this corner that you didn't clear?
Yeah.
Put here. So if we're coming back, we don't want to play as aggressive for some reason, like say we died peeking, or say we already killed one, then we can come to this corner like this. This corner is really strong. Is jet. We can hold short like this. This is really strong. And set up here like this. Like you said, you can also wait. You can play this corner. You can also play this corner. This is the same as that corner, except this holds short better. Yeah, I would play out like this. Yeah. Also, playing backside's okay, but this is like last resort, and heaven's okay if you're opping or you're rotating late. Other than that, if you're retaking, you can try to come out to here and just kind of wait. Usually people will peek you from here to here. So that's everything about the map. Let me see what else I have written down for you. Clear close, hesitant, slow. So that's the main thing. I don't know how to teach you that, honestly. Just try to entry, like try to be the first one in your mind. You should try to, if you're not the first one in, then tell yourself that you're going too slow or being too hesitant. Maybe that could help. Yeah, for you, try to throw dash. Try to throw smoke and dash. Try to get in the habit of doing good dashes, because right now, some of the time you might dash and it might feel weird, or it might not work as well as you would have hoped, or it might feel useless. Like I said, yeah, like if your omen's here, then don't dash. Like you did that like 3 times, kind of because I told you to, but I also didn't really see the omen. But I also didn't really expect the omen to do that. But it is good that he did see you dash, because we saw him. Maybe. Or yeah, maybe. He's kind of unaware when you dash updraft unless you did it on purpose. Follow the drones. So this map especially, there's so many areas that so can drone. Like wherever you want to go on attack, right? It's kind of like on defense. Like you said, you want to play here and then you go this side the next round. So on attack, you want to swap up where you go as well. You don't want to just go. In that case, you don't want to just go to the left of the round. You want to go like everywhere. So wherever you want to go, ask your silver to drone. But like, remember when you asked your silver to drone short? Instead of, you asked your silver to drone and he did drone, but you were like sitting here long. Like if my Sova's running over here to drone, I'm gonna come up right behind him. And as he drones, I'm gonna be like right behind the drone. So, cause like the drone's literally free life. Like you have to understand that. It's like a Phoenix ult.
Yeah, like
yeah, and you have a smoke. So smoking like this is good. You can do it every time, every round if you want, or you just do it every time you want to go A. Because
I'll push through this to the left side, like straight ahead.
This? Don't do that. I'll show you how. The way that you want to do that, if you do this, so you smoke. So in the case of like the solo, let's finish that. If you're So if you ask your Sova to jump short, you smoke this, let the Sova cross, then you cross, and then hold this for him as he opens his drone, and then follow the drone. But if we want to go long, what you want to do is smoke this, and come out to the right like this, and then get ready to fight. Well, the only difference here is who has the better aim. And if you're getting off, then don't do this. But if you have a Vandal, you're just trying to out-aim them. That's how you're getting out of this rank. But this is what I mean by playing hesitant. Like this ties into that right here. Like coming out to the left side here. See how restricted you are? You can't see any of this. And if you come out this way, then this has already taken all this space. Like if you're over here, you don't really know if they've walked out over here. I mean, like you don't know if they're anywhere right here, right? Because you can't see that. So, but if you come out this way, yeah, you might get off. If you know they're playing with an op, you probably don't really want to do this play anyway. Yeah. So yeah, your aim's like pretty decent. So you might as well just go for the fight. Like yeah, that's what they hold, but you know that's what they hold, so you're already one step ahead.
Well, I know he's good, but like
yeah. So one last thing, and then I'll let you ask some questions. We'll wrap up. So use util. A lot of the time, I would have to like tell you throw your smokes. Use updraft. Like whenever I told you those things, you didn't have to use like one time. I told you have 2 smokes and you use like both of them. You just have to be mindful and like aware of when you have the abilities, so you can use them to. Yes, exactly. So like holding them until the end of the round. Like you don't need to use up. Like I find myself not using updraft a lot, but that's fine. But yeah, but also mainly like smokes is what we're talking about here. Like using the smokes whenever you have them, especially if you have the spike down and then like you have 2 smokes. You can curve smokes, cool smokes like this. You know you can curve smokes, right? Like with your mouse. Yeah. So, you can use things like this, smoke like CT, and then kind of walk out with it and see if they're gonna push through. If not, then you can just hide. But yeah, that's what you gotta figure out is how do you use smokes creatively, because there's like a million ways you can do that. You can just use them to smoke things off, like normal smokes for a few seconds. You can use them to walk into, and then push, because the enemy team will probably not expect that, I'll be honest. Especially really anywhere, it's kind of just a great play. If you have a shorty, it's a great play to go for. Buy shorty more. Instead of ghost, buy shorty and like utility, because utility is more valuable with a shorty, in my opinion. Especially if you're playing defense, think about what the enemy's gonna do after they win pistol round. They're gonna try to play really aggressively. So if you can just hold a tight angle and wait for them on defense, you can get 1 or 2, especially with like a smoke. They're gonna run into you because they have the gun advantage and they know what they do. Yeah.
I'll do that like rods or I'll like flat, or like I'll do it into the smoke. I'll just sit in like the smoke and then wait.
Yeah. And you can do this whenever they're like running in, or if you hear a drone, don't be scared of the drone because it's an eco round anyway. Just throw it. And a lot of the time, the drone won't even notice you, and if they do, the people will still be like right here, so you can just, you know, try to get 1 or maybe 2.
If I know there's like a guy on A, but then I instantly like dash shoulder.
You have any questions? You think this is useful? Was the first thing useful, by the way? Like, for the most part, they helped you?
Yeah.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Yeah. Yep, let me send a picture of this real quick. You covered most of it. There's some minor things. Make sure to put emphasis on like the things that. Sorry for my horrible handwriting, by the way. Make sure to put emphasis on the things that that I said to, like being hesitant and slow, like try to catch yourself doing that. That's pretty much the main thing, but also clearing corners can be pretty amazing because it can just straight up lose your rounds if you don't clear certain corners. Yeah. Also, when is it that you usually feel upset about your teammates? Like, is it you said it's after the game, not usually during?
No, I got 57 again. I feel like I'm one of my fastest.
Yes. So does it? You say it wouldn't affect? Doesn't really affect your performance then?
No, that's not.
For the most part, it doesn't affect like how you. But it doesn't happen too often? Okay, that's fine then. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, just basically don't focus on it is my best advice, and put that energy into yourself. Okay. Yeah, so just know there are probably things you could have done better in those scenarios, but if you don't pick up on them, it's fine. Just go next and keep looking for them and try to do better. So, any other questions? Okay. I think it's a good thing. I know it's so. I've heard everyone's complaining about it in their dog, like, complaining that they're playing in lower ranks against higher players or whatever. But it's a good chance to improve against playing against better players instead of seeing it as like a burden. Yeah. So it's fine. Just don't worry about it. You're gonna go back up anyway. So yeah, you can just message me whenever if you have like, questions about a certain map or anything.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's fine. So just let me know. Other than that, I will talk to you later. Good job. Yep. See ya. Yep. No problem. I love doing it. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for watching. So yeah, the routine that I was going to show you for warming up is you can pick like a Phantom or Vandal, whichever is your first person. Yeah. Unless you're warmed up, you don't have to.
Oh, I'm warmed up. I'll still, you want to show me the map?
I don't care. It's up to you. However you want to do.
We can just check it out now, and then I have it for later.
Yeah. So this is my favorite, just because. So I don't know if you've ever done like hard bots.
Yeah, I do them every day.
Yeah, hard bots can be like, for me, they're frustrating anyway. So yeah, that's it.
Not bad. Well, not bad.
Yeah, it happens. I've probably done this literally. I've done the same thing so many times. So this can help your aim. Yeah.
Pressure's on, I'm missing all of them.
Yeah, it's no problem. What do you normally get? Like, what's your score?
Between 12 and 7.
Okay. That's pretty solid. So I'll show you what I was going to show you. So hit F3 and go eliminate 50. Okay, so you're gonna basically you can hit escape. Whenever you click start, you're gonna run off to the far right side or left side.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw this video.
Yeah. So you just do this, and this is you can strafe or you can stand still. They can spawn behind you, which is really good for like flicking entirely or just like turning whenever someone's running behind you. And So you can do this the same way you do hard bots. Like, you can track your score. So like you can try to improve or go for a high score or whatever. Yeah. So for me, I go for like 45 seconds. You might go for like 55 or something. And just really focus on trying to get your first shot. Like, put your crosshair on their head. It's gonna help you a lot. I make the same mistake. When I first warm up. Yeah, I think good goal would be like 55 for you, or something like that. Because that was your first run. So,
yeah. And then you switch sides, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I switch sides. Doesn't matter too much, but it helps you, like... Basically, that's just really good for, like, flicking, or just quickly readjusting your crosshair, or, like, turning around if someone's behind you. So yeah, you can go ahead and... You can either start, or you can go ahead and talk about what you want to like, focus on. I know you wrote me, like, a long...
Well, it's because, like, I do Valorant, so
yeah.
I know pretty much everything I do wrong. But it's mainly mental, honestly. Like, my aim is good. I wouldn't say it's, like, diamond level or anything. It depends. But it's, like, passable for flat. I don't think that's the issue. But I think it's just whenever I get in game, I, like, stress the fight. Whatever, like, good abilities I have,
You hindered?
disappear.
Yeah, so... Would you say that you have rank anxiety, or is it just like something?
Yes,
okay.
I also have anxiety.
Yeah. So would you say that you care a lot about your rank, like in ranking up? You said you obsess.
I don't think it's not that. It's that I'm afraid of letting my team down. Like I'm too worried about what the team might think of me, and I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something. It sounds obvious, but fuck your teammates and don't care about them, especially in gold. Also, your quality is really, really nice. Like this is super clear. It's the clearest I've ever seen. But yeah, so you can just tell me if you're having like a feeling like that. I can just tell you if I had that thought, what I would like tell myself pretty much. But other than that, look at like mechanical play as well.
Mechanical, I think counter strength is something I forget to do a lot. I don't 100% feel like I've grasped how to shoot. For me to be accurate.
Can I say that again?
I'll like rush the first shot before I'm accurate.
Okay.
Or forget to like counter strafe in the heat of the moment. It's usually like if I'm turning a corner and someone's there that I didn't expect. Like if I'm crosshair pressing and then someone steps on my crosshair, I can just stop. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
But it's more if it's unexpected, I'm panicked.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of like exactly what I was trying to help you there with in the range. Because I noticed you're shooting, and you weren't the first shot. You run on their head, so that's gonna help you with that actually specifically, and that also in other scenarios. So like if you just really focus, because like you actually have more time than you think before you're gonna die to the enemy, unless they're like on Adderall and caffeine. Like,
Yeah, I noticed that in deathmatch a lot.
yeah, like
sometimes I feel like I have a good like 3/4 of a second before I get one hit.
yeah, and sometimes enemy's gonna whiff like hard, and you know, like you don't have to whiff with them. Yeah, you don't have to whiff with them. You can get focus and then just focus up and put your crosshair on their head real quick and you know readjust.
Yeah, I feel like in deathmatch that's like super easy for me to do, but then in the rank game I like try and do that, and, like my brain can't.
Yeah.
Panic.
No, it happens. How long have you been playing for?
Probably around like 6-7 months ish.
Okay, that's not bad. Can you click on collection real quick? So go ahead. What are your like? What are your most used weapons for me to know?
Vandal. I started using the Bulldog like saves.
Okay.
I usually buy the Ghost first, and I'm buying the Shorty a lot since you said it's like pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And the Judge. The Judge is pretty like specific, like buying split. Use the Judge.
Fracture. Yeah. So basically, those are pretty good. The only thing you didn't mention are Sheriff and Marshal, but
Yeah.
I I don't personally use Marshall that much because I don't op much anymore, but if you do like opping, then Marshall is the go-to. And Sheriff is really good, so like 3 rounds. So you can go Q whenever. What are you gonna say?
I would actually say, I feel like the Sheriff is good, but I get too many 145s.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like Marshall is almost better, but then it's like, it's not the same thing as playing for the Sheriff, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, also using Marshall you can go like crazy, but it's
Yeah,
definitely a
Stream
different
does it a
playstyle.
lot, but I think the Sheriff is accurate like, everywhere, and then the Marshall is accurate up in
So the Sheriff is, the first bullet's completely accurate, but there's a drop-off range, and the Marshall has like a small radius when you know scopes, but you can practice that in range as well. You just like hit it.
Yeah.
There's like a small margin of error, so like it'll go off the side sometimes, but it's actually quite accurate. Like close to medium range, it's like you just use it like a budget guardian or something in change with chest, especially if you're on the go.
Yeah, I was using the Guardian too, but like testing
Spectre's also quite good.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Spectre too.
Yeah, Bucky and
Yeah.
Stinger, those guns are trash.
I'd say I am
Ares and
wrong.
Odin, it takes.
I feel like
Kinda have to
there's
be.
one map that I like using it on, the Stinger, and it's Icebox. Whenever like, if I can get my team to cooperate and like full rush aim with 5 Stingers on an eco, sometimes it can work.
Yeah, it's not bad. I would just prefer Spectre, like light armor, most of the time though, just because.
Oh, that's like in the case where like
You're
you
broke.
can't really afford a Spectre, you're broke, like
Yeah.
game's falling apart.
Okay, so you also play Jet, by the way, right?
Yeah.
And
pretty much only Jet.
okay, and what do you? I think did we talk about this? What do you flex to, if you don't get Jet?
Right now I'm flexing to Chamber and Reyna.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That I remember saying that's like very good because that fits Jet perfectly. So you go ahead and do that. So yeah, all 6.41 800.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's what I play at pretty much. So.
Yeah, it's been shifting around a bit since your Sense video. I've been testing it a bit more just to see if I can make it a little bit better.
Right.
It usually hovers between like 0.48 to like 0.35-ish.
Okay, how much
Right
do
now
you?
it's
How much? Like, how often do you swap it?
more than I should, definitely.
Yeah, that's something that I used to do. Like, you gotta get out of your head about changing your sense. Just like try to pick one that you feel comfortable on, because like changing your sense just it messes with the muscle memory of your aim. So it's hard to be consistent with. But yeah. So hopefully you get a good map for you here.
Yeah, I get
Can I see your
Haven.
career, your ranks,
Yeah.
act ranks?
I've been playing on my ult a little bit more
What?
because I
Fuck.
just switched a couple key buttons because I kept hitting my updraft when I was dashing. Because I
Okay.
got a new mouse and I had to
Can you go to your act rank? Just go back. I just want to see. No, act ranks and then go like back act ranks.
oh, okay, previous.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. So you're not super hard stuck. You're just you're in a bit of a run.
Yeah.
That's quite good. So is your
I think I
peak gold
exaggerated.
3?
Yeah, I hit gold 3 last season, but then this season I haven't hit it yet.
Yeah. So when you get stuck in a rank, if you feel like you've been there forever, but actually
No charges left. Blocking sight.
done.
I think it's a game, but
Yeah, it's
wait.
a big glitch.
Okay.
But yeah, I can feel like you've been stuck there for quite a while, but you actually, I think you're better than the majority of the player base already. So you can look at it like that. That's how I look at
Yeah.
it. Even though it's
It's that I focus way too much on aim, to be honest. Like, I have 136 hours in aim lab, I have, like, calculated 256 hours of deathmatch.
yeah, you can. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, just. Well, I want to definitely see how you play, and then we can talk about. definitely one of my favorite maps.
Yes. I used to hate it.
Okay. So I'm a firm believer in with one tricking for the most part.
Yeah.
Whenever I play Reyna, I don't see
Fuck.
it as one tricking because I can play Jett like equally as well. So you might consider someday learning how to play like Reyna or Chamber as well as you can play Jett. But
Yeah, I've been considering it.
But it's definitely like a commitment. It's not. It's gonna be. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it'd be like a massive setback for you, just because they're quite
Yeah.
similar. Just learn for Chamber, it'd be like learning the TPs, and then putting down the alarm bots before the round. And then Reyna is just
I could
dismiss.
play Reyna on my ult and Jett on my main until my Reyna feels comfortable with my Jett.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how often you play on your ult compared to your main, like percentage-wise.
Before it was like, last season it was a lot more on my ult. Now this season I'm trying to play a lot more on my main. Because I used to like, if I had 1 or 2 bad games on my main, I would just like insta-queue 10 games on my ult throughout the next week. Like I would just like panic and not want to lose RR, but now I don't care.
Yeah.
So I just
What
queue whenever.
ranks your ult?
I think it's gold 1 right now. It's actually worse than my main.
Okay. Yeah. So this is. It's not as bad as it could be. Like if your ult was like silver or bronze, that's definitely bad. But this is also just kind of like it goes and ties into the sensitivity thing. It's gonna hurt your muscle memory a little bit, especially if your MMR is significantly lower on that account.
It's actually higher on my ults. Like
Okay.
I play in plat games pretty consistently on my ults. My main is actually lower. That's
Okay.
because I used to play a lot with friends who
I
are
know I
like
dash
gold
around a
or
lot, but I promise
silver,
I'm looking out for you.
goldish. Gonna
Okay.
bump you.
So that's fine then, as long as you don't mind like distributing how you rank up. It's gonna be a little slower, obviously, if you play on both accounts split
Yeah,
up, but
exactly.
that's fine. So where do you like to go here?
Attack.
And do you
I don't
tell
know
your team where you want to go?
start.
I always start
usually
B-long on
kind
this
of-
map,
yeah,
but
B-long, okay.
but it's just like preference entirely where you
Let's do
start.
B first.
Yeah. So usually,
Can I get 2 hookah, 3 long?
yeah, perfect.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Maybe. I didn't really say hi.
That's okay.
Match found.
This is good. They do have a Sova, so I'm expecting a dart here.
Well, they might not.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, 2 backside, 2 backside.
Good try. What I would have done probably is play a little more passive there. Mainly just because I saw 2 of them on site. My teammates saw 2 of them on site.
Yeah.
So I would because you exposed yourself, you walked all the way out, right? So I would have crossed to the right side of garden and just kind of held an angle, posted up.
Okay.
Because you hit the shots, but you expose yourself to the 2 of them because they both
Yeah,
swung
exactly.
you. Also, this is minor, but I probably just grabbed the orb, especially on Jett, just because.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's smart. I forget about orbs.
Yeah, like since you're alone long, it's just this guy can win this as well. Oh my
What?
god, another heal.
Move or get zapped.
But yeah, then you get knives a little quicker. It's all. You guys win this. That's amazing.
Does he whip though?
You should just go. He has 2 bullets. Oh my god. 16 seconds. Yeah, he's gonna lose because he's slow.
Just has to run.
Oh
Nice.
my
no-
god. That's crazy. Okay, so now you can call to go B again or fast A.
Fast A. Okay. Let's do fast A. I can
So-
push hookah.
Yes. So yeah, there you go. So
Judge or
I would buy Spectre personally, but a lot of people love going Judge if you're going U-Haul. It's preference.
It's open season on the enemy Reyna. If you get a shot at that heart, take it.
Wawa's winter flavors are back. Cozy up to the salty sweetness of a handcrafted toasted caramel crunch latte or the warm pastry aromas of cinnamon bun coffee. Treat yourself and try them both this winter. Gotta have a Wawa.
This is Blankos, the free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock, earn, and sell NFTs in-game.
Can you get 2 bugs?
I'm out of here.
I'm actually really happy to watch this video. I think it's an interesting topic, so let's check it out.
I think there's some people
Go,
that
go,
are bad and they love
We're
it.
good.
Yeah, I think they're bad. You shouldn't be proud of being that overweight.
Damn, alright, it should be interesting.
Gotta go.
Okay, so they're bodybuilders.
Enemies in attacker spawn.
I'm out of here.
Enemy spotted A.
Starting off with the hot takes.
What's a hot take again?
How did, bro, it's in the name. How do you not know that? Is that a joke? A bad joke if it is. Hot takes are such a thing as being too jacked. Strongly disagree. Definitely agree. Didn't the man whose name I can't say without getting demonetized say that the same thing, that people are getting too big these days? I don't know enough about bodybuilders
Last
to
player
tell
standing.
bodybuilders if it is, but I think personally, aesthetically, yeah, absolutely.
You can never be too big, man.
Let's ruin their
You
day.
definitely can.
I am big compared to what I used to be, but not enough to what I want to be.
Yeah, you're gonna want to.
You'll
I
never
know
be
that I'm not
satisfied.
satisfied right now.
Never. You'll never be Reloading. satisfied.
You'll never be satisfied. This is something you hear a lot with the bodybuilders of like they always want more and more gains. Yeah, everyone's saying like this is a bad thing. Imagine if you were just perfectly content with everything, how boring life would be. Am I the only one who thinks this? You know, to always have a drive for something, that's a positive thing if you ask me. But yeah, obviously it can become toxic, but
Go, go, go.
People that injected their arms with like.
yeah,
and
there
their
it is.
Bicep busted open, like crazy things like that.
I agree with that. I agree with
No, people do it on all kinds of body parts, okay? People inject all kinds of things, okay? It's not that weird.
Running low.
They all disagree. Of course.
I'm speaking as fuck.
Spike down A.
Then how do you know? Then how do you know, huh?
Go, go, go. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Yeah, everyone has a small penis. You drive a big car? So tiny penis. No, I just find it very useful.
30 seconds
Thank
left.
You. Okay. Oh, you have designer clothes with some super tiny penis. No, I just prefer higher quality, high-end fashion. Small penis. Everyone has small penis. Girls be like, don't judge my body.
Go, go, go. 10 seconds left.
It's so small. It's so small, get it? I have body just working.
Gotta go.
Gotta turn in my body. Please be sensitive. Please be so small. Sorry, a bit of weird tangent. The pace of this video is so off. What is happening? Alright, here we go. Here's the actual episode. I will go in the middle. I think. Yeah, I wouldn't move. Because I generally don't care. I guess it depends how you phrase the question. I'm just indifferent, so I assume that's in the middle.
I mean, people know when they're out of shape. They don't need to be told. They need to be loved and nurtured to do the right thing.
I agree with that. Absolutely. There's always so much shame associated with being out of shape. And I don't think that's an effective method to inspire people. Unless you're Joseph, apparently. Sorry.
I was made fun of in PE, and that was up to me to change that. So you can do it. You're just choosing.
Last player standing.
Okay.
They don't count because they don't try. Those are the ones that feel like, oh,
Fuck!
I'm upset with you.
Kinda, yeah. If I see someone that's just playing video games all day, eating potato chips, and not doing anything else with their life, I'm like, alright, well, you could be doing
Spike
something else
planted.
for your health. We all should be like in the same type of level. But
No, I disagree. Productivity is such a subjective thing, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, what does it mean? I think it's one thing to do a certain thing and then complain about why. That's what changes it, but hey, if you just want to send me something, that's all you know.
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team. So, what's the plan?
To do something good for themselves, you know, obviously, yeah.
Ooh, no. Why would you be? Hey, look, Mom, I got diabetes. Yeah, son, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you. Like, what?
Quick feet, quick trigger.
Oh, she's thinking about it. She's like, maybe. No, that's the wrong opinion. I'm sorry. What?
Watch it here. Around spotted mid. Dropped.
When people hear the word fat, it has such a negative connotation to it. When, like, why?
That's deep.
One
That's
enemy
deep.
remaining.
Why?
Spike
Well,
down
you know,
A.
Heart disease early,
Gun here.
or
Spike spotted
shorter
A.
lifespan, less accessibility,
here.
less
Enemy spotted
freedom,
A.
all these other
Here.
related diseases. That's generally,
here.
you know, the association. I think here's the thing. People are kind of toxic in general against people that are overweight. And I think now people are trying to combat that by being like, no, it's okay, and then it's great to be fat actually, but it's, you know, the answer is probably somewhere in the middle, right?
Guys.
We don't.
How's that for a
Do
plan?
we really need this to compensate for this? Can't we just like say, okay, you know what? Everyone should like themselves and who they are and whatever. Be proud of yourself, sure, but that does not mean you should be proud of being fat, and that does not mean people should hate you for being fat, right?
Reloading. Bad thing. Like, being unhealthy is a bad thing, but
No,
there's
but
a
we're
lot
talking
of.
about
I'll find their cipher.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing.
There's a difference between that.
Yeah, you didn't listen to the question clearly.
Being accepting of yourself as fat and being proud to be
I see.
fat.
You should love
Right.
yourself in all forms, but you shouldn't be proud of being that overweight and unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
nothing
why
to be
not?
proud of.
Yeah, it's not
It's
something
really
to be
nothing.
proud.
Why not? Like I said before, hey Mom, I got diabetes. Why not be proud of it? Yeah. You did it. You did it. What? What are you on about? You're trying to be positive and shit. It doesn't. No, it's not. That's toxic positivity, if you ask me.
Something to accept and love yourself for and not beat on yourself for.
I think
I'm out of here.
Enemy.
there's some people that are.
Enemy
I didn't rush.
Shocking!
They love that.
Doesn't matter.
That's probably. Yeah, you did not listen. I have considered steroids. The next question.
This way!
I'm ready for this one.
One on C.
I know
Two on C.
Enemy spotted.
Spike down C.
Also, I do steroids.
Last player standing.
Steroids is one of those topics I feel like I don't know enough about. You know, make
Spike
leaps of
planted.
judgment. I know there are side effects, and obviously, if you take it in a moderate amount, I think it's a different thing. And personally, I'm against it. I think it's not necessarily, you know, they're bodybuilders. I think they're put in a different category than me or anyone probably.
One enemy remaining.
Their job is to sort of thrive as a so I can't really judge bodybuilders for taking steroids at all, to be fair. But I do think, like the buff guy was like saying, oh, what if fat people influence or the kids to be fat too? Like bodybuilders are kind of doing the same thing. I think the steroids is a topic that isn't talked about that much. It's kind of a taboo subject. People like to pretend that they're not on steroids when they really are. So they're boasting this sort of unattainable or very difficult, at the very least, level of muscularity or body type to people that maybe don't know enough about it. You know, they look at themselves, they compare, and you know, you feel shit about it. Boo-hoo, I guess you could say to that. But you know, I've heard all my
Spike down, mid.
upbringing, you know, about how females have an unattainable standard in their weight. You know, girls are getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and it's getting really unhealthy. And you know, they even Photoshop images to the point that it's unhealthy. Well, we kind of have the same thing. But I mean, obviously, both boys and girls can work out, but general. You know, you see really buff dudes. They are on steroids. A lot of people don't know that they're on steroids. kind of the same thing, really. I wish it was a more talked about things. At least people know. It's the same thing in movies. You know, you look at actors. They know they have that shot where they're gonna be shirtless or muscular. You know, and they gained a ton of weight in super short amount of time. Like, obviously, they've done steroids to achieve that. How is that not the same thing? I'm willing to admit that I might have the wrong opinion here because I don't know enough about it, and I've never taken steroids.
Careful
I don't
here.
know what it's like. I will never do it anyway because I think in general, you need steroids, obviously, to maintain the build that you have. Like, if you stop taking it,
30
you lose the
seconds
muscles.
left.
Obviously, it's easier to regain muscles
Spike
that
planted.
you've already built. From that perspective, I can understand it. But I just, personally, in my personal philosophy, is just that I wouldn't want to do something that would make me dependent on something to be at a certain state. It's kind of like how people take sort of drugs to receive some sort of enlightenment, you know?